Hey, how's everybody doing? Jonathan here with the Fish Room Addict, and we are finally here. We're to the day. We are ready to start stocking the Mary W20. If you don't know what the Mary W20 is, if you've not been following, this is your first video. This is my first planted tank that I've ever tried, and I wanted to have something cool, some color, you know, and I wanted really all three stages of this tank to be covered. So I wanted something on the bottom, something that was going to kind of hang out mid tank, and then something that would, you know, linger around that top part of the tank as well. So I've held off. I've wanted to get this plant thing under control. I'm not using CO2 at all. I've got rock as my substrate. If I had it to do over again, I probably would have done substrate just a little bit different. I would have maybe done some soil at the bottom and then maybe put the rock on top, or maybe just went with some sort of planted substrate all together. Yeah, but anyway, live and learn. Another thing, you know, I try not to stray away from on this build was I'm doing this really cheap. The tank was given to me free. The rock came with another tank that I got for free, so I basically just recycled it. I cleaned it up, recycled it, and most of the plants I've bought a couple of these plants. Some of them's been given to me. Some of them's been in a couple of tanks that I've bought recently that I've transferred. So really, all in all, I do not have a lot in this, and that's kind of what I was going for. The most expensive part about this is what I'm putting, the inhabitants of it that I'm putting in it. So anyways, we're to that day. I just got back from my buddy Cody's house. Shout out to him for hooking us up. And well, let's just get to it. I'm gonna go ahead and show you what I got from him, and then the unboxing of what I've ordered will be a little bit later in this video. So again, with the bottom kind of dwellers in mind, I went to his house earlier, and I'm gonna pan over here so you can see him. I didn't get the bourbon, never mind the bourbon, but so I picked up some Neocardina cherry shrimp, and they will be what inhabits those. Okay, so I have never kept shrimp, no clue how this is going to go. Everything I've read about them and everything that everybody's told me, there is a learning curve, and that's okay. You know, I hate to lose anything. I've been told it's probably going to happen, but we'll see. So I'm excited about that. Right now I'm kind of drip acclimating those, and I'm going to get those introduced. And I'm going to go ahead and actually finish that, so I kind of concentrate on that, and then we'll go to the unboxing. And then at the end of the video, we will see everything kind of how everything's kind of adapting and doing it. Another quick update too. I forgot to touch on this. So I did transplant a couple of plants to this tank, and I now have snails. You can see them there. My mistake. I probably should have. I did rinse the plant, you know, but I don't know that I could have avoided it. Maybe they came in on the other plants that I bought. I'm not real sure. I'm not too worried about it. I didn't exactly want them in there, but they're there. I'm going to try to control it with limiting what is left there for them to feed on without, hopefully without depriving the shrimp of food as well. So we will see. Also, if you'll notice, I did end up putting a sponge filter behind the driftwood to create the bubbles. What was happening, if you remember in the last video, is the duckweed was getting churned up, and it was getting stuck in the Java moss, it was getting stuck in the intake, it was all over it was just everywhere. It didn't look good, and so I had to put that back in there. It's probably a lot of field. I got the hang on the back plus that, so I don't know. I'm just going to let it ride. I guess there's no such thing as over filtering. I just want to make sure that the current stays pretty mellow. So, and I think I've accomplished that. It's enough to keep that duckweed pushed away from the where the water's coming in from the hang on the back, and it's keeping it pushed over. We do have some new duckweed beginning to take off over here in the corner, so that's good. We got some growth there, and obviously I'm going to keep this kind of, you know, limited as well, just enough for some coverage for the tank, but I don't want it to, you know, keep the light off of everything either. So, all right, I'm going to get back to acclimating these shrimp. I'll get them in there, and then we'll get to this unboxing as well. All right, here we go. I don't know if I've mentioned this, but I got these from aquahuna.com, and first time I've ever ordered here. Yeah, let's see what happens. All right, looks to be boxed pretty good, and ooh, let's see what we got here. Looks like there's a casualty or two in there, but doesn't look too bad right off the bat. I'll open these up and see what we've got. Alright, so first we have the Galaxy Rasboras. And there's supposed to be 8, looks to be 7 has made it. One of them did not make it. And that's okay. Let's get these floating. The Clown Killies. Looks like 2 of them have not made it. It looks like there was 8 of these, 6 have made it, the others have not. So I'm gonna get them floating too. They did have a long travel, so let's get these floating. Hopefully we can save the rest of them. Alright guys, so there it is. It is stocked. They're tiny. So none of these fish are going to get really big. They'll get a little bit bigger maybe than what they are, but I'm excited. These should breed fairly easily. I don't know, I might be wrong. I've read a little bit of mixed reviews on these. Some say they breed fairly easily, and some say they're a little more complicated, but we'll find out. I definitely think we could use a few more in there. There's 6 of each, and then 10 shrimp, I believe, is what's in there. So, seems to be a good load. Alright, so if you like this build, give me a like. Hit that subscribe button if you want to keep up with this tank. Let me know in the comments what you think about the stocking. I think it's going to work out just like I was hoping. You can tell that the killifish are hanging out around the top, which will look really good. Those Danios are kind of hanging out in the middle of the tank. They bounce up and down a little bit here and there, and then those shrimp are cleaning up the bottom. So I like it. I think it's going to look really good, and I'm excited for it. So, alright, let me know what you think. I still haven't decided what I'm going to do with this 20 just yet. I got a comment about some salt water, so what do you guys think? I don't know. Don't know anything about salt water yet, but it could be a possibility. Alright, thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one.